cannot judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent.
It's been more than 10 years since Diablo 2 was released upon us, and finally we got Diablo 3, a new game from Blizzard Entertainment. But does it live up to the hype, or does it fall like a demon, shattering against the ground of hell? Well, the good news is, the game is really good, and Blizzard has taken my expectation by storm. They have really delivered on this game. So I will be taking a look at the presentation, the gameplay, the lasting appeal, and hopefully answer some of the questions you guys have for the game. So for the presentation, the graphics are awesome. It looks really good. The environment looks really detailed. They're all random, of course, so it makes even more of an impact every time you play. There are some baggy details here and there, but the textures are fine for the most part. The art style is simply amazing. They have done a really good job on this game. It's really polished to the point that I think that the time they used when it was moved to 2012, I think they used that time really well. Except from the first part, when I was trying to log in, there was a lot of errors. Many people did see that the servers was horrible at the start, and the login was really messed up. It was unplayable, but at the same time, that's the only problem I have with this game. The game is work fine now. I haven't had any problems with it since launch. So that's a really good job for fixing it. You do have to use an internet connection when you're playing this game, sadly, even for the single player, but it's okay. I guess nobody's going to die from it. So the voice acting is simply amazing. I like every character's voice. I don't think there's any character I hate because of the voice. Every character looks really cool, even in the cinematic trailers. The cinematic trailers are simply some of the most amazing I have seen. They are really good. They tell the story. They show us some really cool fighting. They show us the angel, the demons, the main characters. So that's really cool. But the story is not a masterpiece, but it's simply great. I have to say they did a really good job, and it's really well thought out. Also, the spell effects looks amazing. I have nothing to complain about there. So far, the game has been outstanding in presentation. But what's core about Diablo is the gameplay, and if the gameplay sucks, then the story can't help it. So the gameplay, well, the gameplay is really good. After I gave it to them, it's really smooth. The animations are amazing. The feel of when you're moving is really good. It's like a point and click. It works really well. The spells are awesome, and they make you really feel like you're progressing when you're leveling up. You can level from 1 to 60, and you also have 1 of 5 classes to choose from, and you can also choose both genders. So, for example, you could be a monk dashing around the battlefield doing a lot of damage. You can be a barbarian going up close, casting these chains. You can be a demon hunter dealing a lot of damage from afar, like I did play for this review. And the demon hunter was my favorite by far of those I played. The wizard is like this nuke with magic damage, really amazing. It's pouring around the field, doing a lot of damage. And then of course we have the witch doctor. The witch doctor who summons demons and use them as his own really well. And all the characters feel unique, all the classes are amazing. They made the progress is really great. I still miss the paladins from Diablo 2, but that's just me. I'm not going to take that into consideration. So when you're starting the game, you can only play it on normal difficulty. You have to play through the campaign once before, and when you're playing through it, it will take you, depending on how fast you are, it took me about 15 hours, but I used a lot of time studying caves, going around the environment, looking for things. I also spent a lot of time at the auction house, but for the most part, the maps are really well made. There are some unique demons there that are just for that map. It feels like you're in a different situation every time you play it, because I played the same place twice and it was not the same at all. The boss fights are amazing. some of them. My favorite includes the last boss fight, which I'm not going to spoil, and of course there was one named Belial in the second act. But I'm not going to try to go too much into spoiler now. But so when you're after you starting playing, you can also choose to play on the nightmare difficulty after you've beaten the campaign, which I'm going to do right now. Um, you also have, at the high difficulties, you get better gear, better loot. You can also spend some time at the auction house, actually, when you level up to buy, let's say you want a new crossbow, you can buy it from in-game money. There have been some speculation about when the real money auction house is coming out, and they have, of course, delayed it a little bit, thanks to the horrible launch. But as it is now, the in-game works fine, the auction house is really fun to use, you can really find what you're looking for easy with a few point and clicks. As gameplay, I have no complaints about the cooperative multiplayer. It works really well. It's really fun to be 4 players doing one giant boss or just going through this army of minions. It feels good, you get unique loot, and of course it is about talking on Skype, for example, and playing. It's a really great feeling in any game, but in this more than most games. I don't feel that the balance is. I don't find anything wrong with it, to be honest. The balance is fine for the most part. Every class feel like they're powerful and fun to play. And of course you can unlock different runes for each of your skills to enhance them. For example, you could be shooting this, let's say this arrow of fire if you're a demon hunter. And then you can use a rune to make it into lightning ball, that it does damage to everybody they pass, or to freezing arrows. And you can also be doing traps that does damage, that slows the enemy, and so on. So the thing about using the runes, they are really great for getting more out of your money, because the experience is getting just better every time you try out something new. And you can get skills I didn't think that your class could even think about using. It's really great and it works really fine. So for the gameplay part, Blizzard has done, again, an amazing job. I still feel I missed Diablo 2 a little bit there, but at the same time, I'm not going to say anything. It's not a huge leap in improvements. It's more evolution than a revolution for the Diablo 3 franchise, but that looks really good. So a common question is, does this game have any lasting appeal? And I will say yes, it does, definitely, because you can play the game on many difficulties. You have to play it multiple times in order to beat it, and there's going to be some time before anyone is going to be able to beat the Inferno difficulty, I guess. Unless you've been playing straight since the game came out, who knows. Anyway, so you get that, you can play 5 different classes, and also there's random environments, which leaves you to pretty much you're given a different experience every time. And I feel they did a good job there. I have to say, I have to stay with saying that this is a worthy sequel to Diablo 2. They did an amazing job. Please, if anyone is hating on this game, I can't really see why, because so far I have had a great time. I played more than 100 hours Diablo 2 and I still have a great time here. You can really feel that this is Diablo in one way, because the story, the characters, the gameplay, everything feels like it should be. I don't know, of course, what the scores the other reviewers will give this game, but I know what I will give it, a 9.5 out of 10, because even though the game is so perfect in many ways, it still has small flaws. The launch is just one of them. There are some technical hiccups here and there, and sometimes you do feel like you miss something else, but at the same time, it's a great game. 9.5 is not a bad thing at all. I'm not trying to be a pro reviewer. I'm not. I'm playing this game because I love Diablo and I love the franchise. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my review. I'm going to try making more reviews because it was a lot of fun to make, because you had to record writing at the right moment. But anyway, Diablo 3, sorry, a great game. Go out and buy it, and may the blessing of the angels fall upon you.